Good morning, friends. Wait, wait, wait. Okay, my topic continues, and today I will finish up the topic. It will take just 15 minutes, and we will discuss a little bit at length and breadth. So, my topic was right to property. Yeah, here, see in your screen. Yes, right to property. A big chapter, and I left you that the problem arose when the government sought pass laws because basically right to property पहले आपका fundamental right था. After some time, it was not your fundamental right. Now it's also not your fundamental right. I will start from here. Here, however, at times when government intends to implement directive principle state policy, it can come in conflict with the fundamental rights of the citizen. कभी कभी क्या होता है कि फंडामेंटल राइट इंपॉर्टेंट है या डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स इंपॉर्टेंट है because sometimes fundamental rights and directive principles they used to confront with each other. कभी कभी fundamental rights for example right to property was a fundamental right. इसके बाद उसको amend कर दिया गया और right to property आपका fundamental right ये एक simple right है. लेकिन what Supreme Court says Supreme Court said you cannot touch the fundamental rights of a citizen of independent country as India it is. तो उन्होंने कहा कि आप फंडामेंटल राइट को तो टच ही नहीं कर सकते. उन्होंने फंडामेंटल राइट को सिंपल राइट बना दिया हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर बाद में. This problem arose when the government sought to pass laws to abolish zamindari system. The measure was opposed on the ground that they violated right to property. जमींदारी सिस्टम को जब खत्म करने को when it was going to abolish, then controversy starts that the government is interfering in the right to property. जमींदारी सिस्टम को क्यों खत्म किया गया? प्रिंसिपल ये सोचो क्यों राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी खत्म की गई? राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी इसलिए खत्म की a person is having 100 acres of land. Many lands after land, he don't know how much land is he having. And one person is not able to have a 1 acre of land even. And some are landless laborers or some are landless farmers. To, to abolish this gap, to abolish this discrimination, we have to abolish right to property. Understood? So, this was it. However, keeping in mind the social needs that are greater than the individual interest, the government amend the constitution. Underline this sentence. However, the keeping in mind the social need that the greater than the individual interest. What do you mean social? Social means there society. Social means society. सोसाइटी की जो नीड है वो ज्यादा बड़ी है इंडिविजुअल से. एक आदमी को for example one person is not very important as complete society is much more important because a society consists of many people, many many walks of life, many castes, many creeds, many women, children, men. That becomes a society. Individual means you and me are individuals. Obviously, individuals are also important, but not equal to the society. Okay. The arguments assume that rights were hindrance to welfare of the people. On the other hand, the court held the view that fundamental rights were so important and sacred that they cannot be limited. अब दोनों में झगड़ा ये हो गया कि rights are important, right? Fundamental rights are also important. but other people say that directive principle is also important. Fundamental rights are also important, and the government claims that rights can be abridged. राइट्स को किसी भी एक राइट को खत्म किया जा सकता है if it is creating problem for the society, if it is creating a gap between the society, between have and have not, rich और poor के बीच में गैप को लेके चल रही है, राइट, गैप को ज्यादा बड़ा कर रही है, तो हम उस गैप को खत्म करने के लिए टू मिनिमाइज दैट पर्टिकुलर गैप एनी फंडामेंटल राइट कैन बी एवरेज, एक फंडामेंटल राइट को खत्म किया जा सकता है. ओके, नाउ कम टू द राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी. I will give you homework also today. Then I will come to an end of this chapter, and this chapter is in your UT test also, UT1. Okay, right to property. Behind the controversy about the relationship between rights and directive principles, there was one important reason. In the Constitution originally, there was a fundamental right to acquire, possess, and maintain property. But the Constitution made it clear that the property could be taken away by the government for public welfare. बात समझ में आई आपको कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने कहा है कि एज अ राइट आपको कहा है कि आपके पास प्रॉपर्टी रखने का अधिकार है. यू हैव द राइट टू हैव द प्रॉपर्टी, बट यदि गवर्नमेंट चाहे तो आपके प्रॉपर्टी पे दखल कर सकती है, आपकी प्रॉपर्टी को ले सकती है, आपको उससे पैसा मिलेगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपने कई बार देखा होगा many fields they have been acquired by the government to make the roads, bridges, GT roads, or some other industries. They acquire the land. They acquire the land. If they don't give that, there is no any option. They have to give it. But the government used to pay the money according to that particular time. आप उस प्रॉपर्टी को गवर्नमेंट को लेने से मना नहीं कर सकते. मे बी आपके पास राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी है या नहीं है, दैट्स अनदर इशू, बिकॉज यू डोंट हैव द राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी. बट it is not a fundamental right. It's a right. You can have your property, but government can take over your property if it needs. But the Constitution made it clear that the property could be taken away by the government for the public welfare. इसके लिए public welfare के लिए. Since 1950, government made many laws that limited its right to property. This right was at the center of the long debate over the relationship between rights and activism. Finally, in 1973, the Supreme Court gave a decision that the right to property was not a part of the basic structure of the Constitution, and therefore, Parliament had power to abolish this right. 1973 में Constitution ने Supreme Court ने क्लियर कर दिया कि राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी आपका फंडामेंटल राइट नहीं है. 1973 में ये बिल्कुल क्लियर कर दिया, राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी आपका फंडामेंटल राइट नहीं है, अदर राइट में से आता है. इट मे बी योर राइट कि आप अपना घर बना सकते हो, आप अपनी जमीन खरीद सकते हो, ये राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी. बट यू से दैट दिस इज योर फंडामेंटल राइट. नो, इट्स नॉट योर फंडामेंटल राइट, because anytime government can take those particular your property for the welfare of the society. Because here government says, here Constitution says, individual right is secondary. Society or welfare of the society is foremost. Right? So it had the power to abolish this right by an amendment of 1978 में ये right, fundamental right, as a खत्म कर दिया. The 44th Amendment to the Constitution removed the right to property. तो कौन सा amendment act हुआ, कौन सा amendment जिसके अंदर ये आपका प्रॉपर्टी राइट खत्म हो गया एज अ फंडामेंटल राइट? 44th Amendment. कब हुआ? 1978 में हुआ. क्यों हुआ? कि इंडिविजुअल राइट इज सेकेंडरी एंड सोसाइटीज राइट, सोसाइटी वेलफेयर इज द फॉर्म. पहले क्या था? फंडामेंटल राइट था. बाद में क्या हुआ? फंडामेंटल राइट को खत्म. इसके ऊपर फंडामेंटल राइट तो आपके हैं, यू हैव गॉट द फंडामेंटल राइट, बट राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी इज नॉट योर फंडामेंटल राइट. I hope I'm clear. This generated another complicated debate. Yeah. This generated here another complicated debate related to the amendment of the constitution. The government was saying that the parliament can amend any part of the constitution. अब बात क्या हुई? बात ये हुई कि यदि आप एक किसी पार्ट को अमेंड कर सकते हैं तो आप किसी गवर्नमेंट कैन अमेंड एनी पार्ट ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. फंडामेंटल राइट किसी और फंडामेंटल राइट को भी मना किया जा सकता है. So it is said that it generated another complicated debate. एक और debate शुरू हो गई. This related to the amendment of the constitution. This was earlier it was right to property was a debate. Now debate started amendment of the constitution. Constitution के अंदर amend करना, इसको काट छाट करना, कुछ laws. The government was saying that parliament, listen to me very carefully from the book, the government was saying that the parliament can amend any part of the constitution. Parliament is 12 body. Supreme is parliament. That's why there's always a controversy. Who is superior? Judiciary is superior, parliament is superior. So, parliament can amend any part of the constitution. The court was saying that the parliament cannot make an amendment that violated fundamental rights. कोर्ट क्या कहती है कि पार्लियामेंट कोई भी अमेंड नहीं कर सकती जिससे फंडामेंटल राइट्स का हनन होता हो. If your fundamental rights are being abridged, that part cannot be done. Anything Caesarian नहीं हो सकता किसके ऊपर, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के ऊपर, by any parliament. This controversy was settled by an important decision of Supreme Court in Keshav Nanda Bharati case. In this case, the court said there are certain basic features of the constitution and this cannot be changed by the parliament. उस केशव नंदा भारती केस में क्या कहा गया था कि आपके कुछ फीचर्स है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के कुछ फीचर्स है, जिन फीचर्स को उनमें फीचर्स में आपका फंडामेंटल राइट भी आता है. कुछ फीचर्स को पार्लियामेंट चेंज नहीं कर सकती. उन फीचर्स में प्रॉपर्टी भी आता है, फीचर्स में आपका फंडामेंटल राइट भी आता है. राइट. तो हम इसके बारे में बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे. और इस केस का नाम है केशव नंदा भारती, जिसमें सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने डिसीजन दिया था कि फंडामेंटल राइट इज सुप्रीम, it cannot be amended. But what the parliament said, no, if there is a threat on the security of the society, then any right could be amended. Your fundamental right could be there. But in 1978, that's the reason your property right was abridged. Right. So let's see what happened. This one, your conclusion. These are the collage. Right. So you read the collage and think about yourself. Now question is there. Read the main points of the Bill of Rights in South Africa. Bill of Rights was introduced in South of Africa. Right. Constitution and the directive principles in India. और हमारे डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स को पढ़िए और बिल्स ऑफ राइट ऑफ साउथ अफ्रीका को पढ़िए. राइट. इन दोनों को पढ़ने के बाद आफ्टर रीडिंग दीज टू टॉपिक्स, व्हिच आर द कॉमन पॉइंट्स ऑफ द लिस्ट. इन हम साउथ अफ्रीका के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में, बिल ऑफ राइट्स में, और हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में फंडामेंटल राइट्स में क्या पॉइंट्स हैं जो which are the common ones. Which are the common ones? Which are the common points of the two lists? Why did South African Constitution put these in the Bill of Rights? Bill of Rights in Constitution के अंदर Bill of Rights का मतलब क्या है? What do you mean by Bill of Rights? What is the importance of Bill of Rights? In the Bill of Rights, in South Africa, a citizen of South Africa can demand basic things and even the shelter, your home, right? That's why I told you earlier, we are when the flats are there, when 3 rooms, 3 BHK, 2 BHK flats are there, some flats are reserved for the BPL also, below poverty line, and those flats are given to those people who are the economically weak, who are economically weak. So what we took it from South Africa, right? So why did South African constitution put these in the Bill of Rights? Bill of Rights में से क्यों लिया गया? Right. Third is, if you were writing the constitution for a new country, what would you suggest? Suppose to make a constitution के कुछ points लिख रहे हो, you people, you students, and for a new country, ABC, a new country is there, and the ABC country, whatever it is, they gave a duty to you that write down some basic points of the constitution on which you can give certain rights to the people, citizens of that particular country. कौन से rights, कौन से constitution के बारे में तुम क्या लिखना चाहते हो, क्या suggest करना चाहते हो, क्या चीजें देनी चाहिए लोगों को? So these are the sequence. Now conclusion. So we are at the fag end of this chapter. In the writings of Jyotirao Phule, a radical social reformer from Maharashtra, we found one of the earliest expressions of the view that rights include both freedom and equality. Rights में क्या है? Freedom and equality. आपकी आजादी है, you are equal to anyone. During the national movement, this idea of rights was further sharpened and expanded to constitutional rights. National movement में, right? During the national movement, idea of rights, आपके अधिकार को और भी ज़्यादा sharp किया गया. Our constitution reflected this long tradition and listed the fundamental rights. Since 1950, the judiciary was functioned as an important protector of rights. So what judiciary is doing? Judiciary is a protector of your fundamental rights. I told you that if your fundamental rights are being abridged, you can move directly to the Supreme Court. You can move directly to the Supreme Court. Right? So fundamental rights are so important in our country, in many other countries also. Basically, what we took from America, fundamental rights. हमें अपने अमेरिका से क्या मिला? फंडामेंटल राइट, उसके कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से, हमने उनके कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से फंडामेंटल राइट्स लिए. और अब कहा जाता है कि साउथ अफ्रीकन took many things from our constitution. Okay, now जुडिशियल इंटरप्रिटेशन, जब जुडिशरी इंटरप्रेट करती है किसमें, किसी भी चीज में, have expanded the scope of right in many respects. The government and administration of our country functions within this overall framework. Right enforces limitations on the function of the government and ensure democratic governance of the country. Right क्या है? Right दो काम करती है. Number one, it enhances your personality. Right always enhance your personality. If suppose यदि आपके पास बोलने का अधिकार ना हो, यदि आपको suppose you don't have the right to expression, right to liberty, आजादी ना हो, right to universal adult franchise, यदि आपको वोट देने का अधिकार ना दिया जाए, what do you feel? आप क्या फील करेंगे? आप फील करेंगे that you are a bonded labor. You are a slave of our country. As in early days, slave was not having any rights. Slaves were not having any rights, right? So, not now. Every country gives its citizens some basic rights. That is called fundamental. So, the government and administration of our country function within this overall framework. हमारी जो country है, सारे इस framework के अंदर ही काम करती है कि किस तरीके से लोगों को फंडामेंटल राइट्स दिए जाए, दूसरे राइट्स दिए जाए, right? So that they should think that they are the part and parcel of the country, right? Okay. Right, impose limitation on the functioning of the government. Rights क्या करती है? आपके अधिकार जो फंक्शन, जो गवर्नमेंट है ना, गवर्नमेंट कैन नॉट बी a dictator. It is very powerful. Any government is very powerful, but in democratic country, it cannot behave like a dictator. Government always gives the space to the opposition so that its work can be rectified. यदि वो गलत काम कर रही है तो आप उनको बता सकें, आप उनको बताएं कि look, this is the wrong work which government is doing, right? So there is right to expression of your thought, of your thinking, right to express is a fundamental right. आप गवर्नमेंट को बताना चाहते हैं तो ये आप बता सकते हैं. Right, impose limitation on the functioning of the government and ensure democratic government in of the country. और डेमोक्रेसी के अंदर राइट बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करती है. In any democracy, किसी भी प्रजातंत्र के अंदर, लोकतंत्र के अंदर, fundamental rights plays a very important, right, and it sets the limitations on the government that they should not break the rule and regulation. As the people should not break the rule and regulation, government is also there, and government cannot have ends of power to suppress the people. Right? We are a democratic country, and living in a democratic country, we can be against the fall of the government, and we can be against of the government, but with due respect to the government, but with due respect to the people. You can say your what what part you are opposed to the government. आप किस बात से oppose करते हो government की, but not with a violent method. Violent method से नहीं. You cannot express with your violent method. Yes, you can express yourself, but in other good language, civilized language. Okay, so my chapters over. Second chapter is also over, and these two chapters of the first chapter was about the constitution. Let me give me 1 minute time. Yeah, constitution, why and how, and second chapter is rights in the Indian constitution. These two chapters are coming in UT, right? So, thank you. Have a nice day.